Hi YouTube, Chef Rick here at Chef Tips UK again. Today we're going to be doing one of my favourite potato dishes, fondant potatoes. Absolutely beautiful. They're really nice. If you guys have never tried them, nice little opener for you. Give them a try at home. They're really nice. And the best thing is, so simple. So, first of all, we're going to need some potatoes. I've got some Maris Piper potatoes here. I find they kind of work best. So I'm just going to peel these potatoes. I'm guessing you know how to peel a potato peeler. Peel the potato. Right, so I've got these potatoes peeled. How quick was that? I forgot to mention, obviously, if you don't know what fondant potatoes are, you tend to use one potato per person. So if you're cooking for 4 people, get 4 potatoes, and you want to try and aim for the biggest potatoes you can get. You don't want to use a small one. I'll show you why in a minute. Obviously I've been left with this nice little potato peelings here, but I've got my little waste bin on my counter. Boom, sorted. Give this a little wipe down. Right, so then what we're going to do is you can do this all sorts of different ways. I've cut them into squares before. You can get a little cutter, like a little round metal ramekin. You can just press that through. That's nice. I'm just going to do it the sort of more traditional way. So I'm going to sort of stand the potato up on its width end, cut down, turn it around, cut down again, being very careful as it is quite slippery. And then all we're going to do is just sort of shape the potato into a more circular sort of shape. And we're just gonna straighten that up a little bit. Obviously you're never going to get it perfect with a knife. If you want to get it perfect, I'd suggest using a round metal cutter. Right, so we've got both of my potatoes here rounded off. I'm just going to leave them to soak in the cold water just for a couple of minutes, just to get rid of that excess starch. Speak about the ingredients you're going to need and equipment. I've got some chicken stock here. If you're vegetarian, use vegetarian stock. If you prefer beef stock, you can use beef stock. That is just personally my personal preference. I prefer chicken stock. I just think it's a nicer flavour. I've got a bit of garlic here, just in the cloves, and a good chunk of fresh thyme. Got some seasoning, got some olive oil, and I've got some butter. Boom. There's some we prepared earlier. The oven is on gas mark 7, 8, in between 7 and 8. So yeah, we'll get these cooking. So we're going to get a pan there, medium high. Fondant potatoes. Well, they're just potatoes at the minute, but we're just going to grab some everyday kitchen roll and we're just going to sort of pat them down just to dry them out a bit. It just makes them colour up nicer in the pan. If they're wet, they tend to not colour up as much. So just sort of dab in there. So we've just got a nice dry edge to go in with. Then we're going to go splash of olive oil in the pan. We want to kind of get that quite hot. So we're going to leave that to warm up a bit, and we're going to chuck these potatoes in. Right, so the pan's getting nice and hot now, so I'm just going to whirl that oil around. I'm just going to drop these potatoes in there. That's the sound you're looking for. Nice sizzling sound. And we're just going to cook these for a couple of minutes each side until they're really nice and dark. One thing I forgot to mention, I always cook mine in a pan, so I've got a metal handled saucepan here because that's going to go in the oven. Obviously if you've got a plastic handled saucepan you're probably going to melt it. If you haven't got a metal handled saucepan however, you can just do it in a tray. if you do it in a tray, I tend to grease proof the bottom just to stop the potatoes from sticking. Right, so these have been cooking about 2 minutes. Just got a nice little fish slice here. And just turn them over. You can just kind of do it with your hands, to be fair, but you see there, got some nice colouring on them. Just going to get a nice little seasoning on top with some fresh sea salt, some cracked black pepper, and then same again, we're just going to leave these to colour up on this side to the look like that. Right, so these fondants have been cooking again for about 2 minutes. Let's turn them over. As you can see, we've got some nice even colour on both sides. Season on this side, fresh sea salt, cracked black pepper, you know the one. Right, so we've just turned this down low. I'm going to go garlic in there. Get a load of fresh thyme, look at that, loads of it. Chuck all that in there. Gonna give that sort of little fry off. I kind of just want to cool the pan down a bit when I add just a little tiny amount of butter. You know, as you can see, we're not adding a lot of butter here. For anyone who didn't get that, that was just a nice little joke there for you all. No, I'm not giving up my day job to become a comedian. Right, so plenty of butter in there, as you can see. Just give them a nice little flip over. Let that side just bake with the butter. Right, so just going to baste that a bit over the top. Get all that flavour in there. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm just going to turn them over one more time. Seem to have enough time to do that. Another little joke for you there, look. Can keep them coming all day. Right, I've got the chicken stock here. I'm just going to give it a little stir. And then I'm going to just gently pour it into the pan. And obviously just be careful when you put this in the oven. That's what we're going to do, put it in the oven. Because obviously it is full of liquid and it will be quite heavy. We're just going to drop that thyme on the top of the potatoes there. So what we're going to do now is bring this up to the boil, chuck it in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes depending on how quick they cook. I've got it on about 7, 8. I think I might just turn it down a bit to about 6, gas mark 6. As you can see here, it's coming up to the boil. So then, because it's a metal handled saucepan, they do tend to get quite warm when you've got them on a gas stove. And then we're just going to gently, try not to drown yourself in chicken stock, whack that in the oven. Hi guys, right, they've been in for about 40 minutes now. I've just checked them and they're looking pretty good. They smell incredible. So we're just going to take them out, turn the oven off, and wet my tongs. Just going to sort of move these. As you can see, they're nice in. I can just tell by feeling them. But what I will do is just, you can see I've got some amazing colour on the top of them. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll just take my knife here, and as you see there, like, that's just gone through that lot of butter. Right, so we're just going to give this potato a try. Look at that. It's just cutting so easily. That's one thing I will say, you have to be quite delicate with them. Get my fork in there. Obviously, they really are just come out of the oven. So I'm going to blow on it, because normally I burn my tongue at this bit. Whoa. Really are. Who'd have thought it? But they are. Oh, so nice. I did a video on some jus, how to make a jus. That goes really well with fondant potatoes. So, little variation of a potato dish you might not know. Really simple, really easy, and they taste great. If you like that video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. Just going to put it out there, those people who have subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for your support. And until next time, keep on chefing.